Okay, Matt, thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it and look forward to seeing you in person in San Antonio at this year's ISTE 2025.
Hey, it's great to be on here and to see you, Kevin. And we're excited to be in San Antonio. And ISTE is one of our favorite conferences to attend just because of the energy and excitement. And being an ed tech company, we love to be there and to display our new products and new offerings for our teachers and school districts.
And I know that you've been there in years past, and we've had conversations before. Talk a little bit, which is the classic ISTE conversation that you're going to have at the airport gate or in the lobby bar about what are you bringing this year to ISTE 2025.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first off, as a former middle school teacher myself, it's just exciting to be able to be in the booth, and I'll be there on June 30th and July 1st, and I would love to interact with teachers. That we love to bring out the hands-on components that are what Pitsco's known for and as hallmark. We started back 54 years ago. It's kind of the classic American entrepreneurial story of three teachers starting in the garage on weekends and nights. And they said, hey, we need to provide better products and better service for teachers. And so that's our hallmark. That's our rallying cry. Our mission statement is to lead education that positively affects learners. And that's what we focus on day in and day out. And so this year at the booth, we're going to have our new Infinity drone for grades 8 through 12. It's a follow-up to our super popular drone maker kit for grades 3 through 8. And, obviously drones are big right now in terms of across a multitude of career clusters and career pathways. And that's really a focus for us as a company is we want to answer the question for students in terms of why do I need to know this? Our answer is not, well, hey, you need to know it to pass the test, which obviously that's important. But the bigger answer we want to give kids is, hey, if you're passionate about this experience, whether you're at an elementary, middle, or high school experience, there's a pathway for you to take that on into the workforce and to be a highly fulfilled and successful adult and being a member of the workforce. So that's really the focus for us in terms of what we develop, what we bring in. And so the Drone Infinity Kit is just one example of what we'll have at the booth.
That's great stuff. And so, again, when you're walking by and you're walking on the show floor for our listeners and our readers who are going to be in attendance in San Antonio, what is that experience going to be like for them? What they look forward to?
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, booth number 610. So definitely swing by. And we'll have a variety of hands-on engaging activities that you can do at our booth because it's very much a practice what we preach type of scenario here. We don't want it just to be a static display, but we want folks to come in and be able to interact. And so you'll be able to come in and fly the drone. So come in and check it out. It's a reconfigurable drone kit. And so you can make it as a hex, you can make it as a quad, and you can, tune the drone in terms of how it performs and how it flies, all the things that the students would be able to do in the classroom. But then additionally, we have our Luma and Seeker codable robots that'll be there as well. Luma for grades 4 through 6, Seeker for grades 6 through 8. And so it's block-based and Python-based coding for students, but all wrapped around, again, that career engagement and career awareness piece. We don't want students to just think, okay, if I want to learn about robots and go down that road, it's all about just coding or just the engineering side. But we create a story within the curriculum to where students realize that, hey, autonomous technology, aka robots, are going to be they're part of our present, but they're definitely going to be part of our future, especially with everything with AI. And so we want students to realize that, hey, if I have a passion in this, I don't have to go off and become an engineer and go to a 4 or 6 year program. I could be a technician. I could be somebody who assists within the overall workforce and do a 2-year program or a 1-year program. So our goal with our curriculum and our products is to open the eyes of every student walking through the door. There are 2.5 million STEM jobs currently unfilled in the United States. The only way we're going to fill those is if every child in kindergarten walks through the door and tells themselves, I can do this. I can fall in love with STEM. I can be good at science. I can be good at tech, engineering, and math. But it doesn't mean I have to be committed to an engineering degree at a 4-year university. I can do it in a multitude of ways. I have a personal experience. My son just completed the John Deere Diesel Mechanics School. It was an 11-month program. He is very much a hands-on learner. He loved it. Every day I talked to him, he'd be like, Dad, I got to do this and I got to do that. And John Deere, as leading business and industry, area, they help pay for the curriculum and the tuition, and he's off into the workforce 1 year later. That's very much a STEM position, but it didn't require him to go take a 4 or 6 year engineering degree to get into the workforce.
Yeah, that's exciting stuff. But back to the show floor, I think you also might have a few extra giveaways and incentives for folks to stop by booth 610.
That is correct. At booth 610, we are part of the Passport program. And so Pitsco, along with a variety of other vendors and partners who are going to be there, you'll be able to pick up your passport and go and visit each of the booth areas. And then once you have it completed, you can bring it back to booth 610 and drop it off for some great prizes.
Excellent. Well, I know it's always the highlight of our year here at eSchool News is to go and see the trends. Drones definitely at close to the top of the list, just because if nothing else, they're pretty cool. So looking forward. Thank you for your insights. And thank you for your ideas, and look forward to seeing you in person in San Antonio.
That's great, and look forward to seeing everybody there. And again, please come up to the booth. I'll be there on June 30th and July 1st, and I'd love to talk with folks face to face. We'll have 2 of our education advisors there for the entirety of the show. We have Joe from North Texas and Joey from South Texas representing us. And so definitely come by, say hello. We want to hear your story. At the end of the day, we're all former teachers. We're in it for the reason that we all got into education. That's to positively affect students. And so we want to help you out. So come by the booth and let's talk about what we can do to help your students.
Yeah, that's great stuff, because I find that, as a sponsor, as an exhibitor, you get as much out from talking with the educators as the vice versa, right?
Absolutely. There's no better opportunity than being out into the field. It's you can quickly get isolated and insulated when you're in the office. So being out in schools, at conferences, meeting teachers who are in it, they are the boots on the ground day in and day out. And so that is knowledge that is completely irreplaceable. We have to have that level of contact.
All right. Well, Matt, thanks again, and look forward to seeing you in Texas.
That sounds great. Booth 610. We'll see you there.
All right.